Yourself feeling nervous or unsure while speaking in English? Then don't worry, you are not alone here. Because feeling nervous while speaking in English is one of the common experience every learner go through. And there are several reasons behind this, why this happens. Hey everyone, this is Samiya and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be talking about some of the common reasons behind nervousness while speaking in English, and I will also sharing some of the effective tips which will help you to get rid of the fear of nervousness while speaking in English. So, usually we have a fear of making mistakes. So, whenever you are speaking in English, you are constantly worried about yourself, that people are going to laugh at you, people are going to make fun of your English, or probably you are worried about what if I say something incorrect, or what if I use improper grammar. Speaking in English, especially in a public place or in front of people, is a big issue for a lot of people, because when they are speaking in English, they all become self-conscious. We all think that my English is not better than others, or probably my English is not as good as it should be, or it's not as good as other people's have. Well, this is a very common experience that every single learner go through. We feel lack of confidence because we may doubt our ability to express ourselves effectively during the conversation. Most of the time, we pressurize ourselves a lot to perform better. I've seen a lot of people who are thinking about others, that they will not be able to make others understand about what they are talking. So I think this is not a right way. People can easily understand you if you are focusing on your speech, if you're focusing on delivering your message. Well, by constantly comparing yourself with native speakers or with those people who have been speaking English since their childhood, or at least for a very long time, then it can also create nervousness during the conversation. You are constantly comparing yourself, which is not good. Well, most of the time I have seen people struggling with finding right kind of words too, which can express themselves, which can help them to understand, which can help them to make others understand about what they are talking about. So I have some of the effective tips which will help you to come out of the comfort zone and get rid of this fear, which is not being able to express out yourself, or which can also help you to be confident during the conversation. So what you have to do, you have to practice speaking every single day. I think we all have heard this one quote, that the more you practice, the better you get. So you have to apply the same rule in your language learning journey. You don't need to worry about making mistakes. You don't need to worry about mispronouncing certain words, because eventually you will be able to learn that. You don't need to worry about using improper grammar. You just have to dedicate few minutes each day to your practice, to your speaking skill. Well, now you may be thinking that I don't have anybody whom I could practice with. That's perfectly fine. You can talk to yourself, you can talk to your friend whom you are very comfortable with. If you don't have anybody, then you can record yourself while speaking in English. It will help you to become comfortable and fluent in the language naturally. You have to start with very simple words. I would highly recommend you to start speaking very simple and basic words. Now you may be thinking that I want to speak like an advanced speaker or like a native speaker. You can gradually build up complexity. But in the beginning, you have to focus on speaking clear and slowly. I remember when I first started speaking in English, I was speaking very fast, because I have a very bad habit, which is speaking very fast in my mother tongue. I'm really trying to get rid of this habit, but it was very difficult. In the beginning, I was not able to speak slowly. The more I was trying to speak slowly, the more frustrated I was feeling. But then gradually I could learn this, and now I am able to speak English slowly. You can take pause between two sentences for a few seconds. It will help you to understand what kind of vocabulary you should be using in the next sentences. It will help you to feel confident during the conversation. You can also learn some of the common words and phrases that you can use in your everyday conversation. Yeah. You don't need to focus on grammar in the beginning that much. But when it comes to grammar, I have seen a lot of people feeling scared, because there are two kinds of grammar. First one would be very simple grammar, and next one would be very complex grammar. But when you have to learn grammar, if you are thinking that your grammar has to be improved or you should be learning grammar, then focus on very simple grammar at the beginning, such as tenses or modals, because I have learned the same. In the beginning, try to speak simple and common words. You don't need to focus on fancy and advanced words. You don't need to impress people, because your focus should be on effective communication rather than impressing people. I understand that it only sounds good that don't worry about making mistakes, but it's not easy to digest. But we don't have any other option. You have to practice at any cost if you want to be comfortable in this language. It's okay not to be perfect. Remember that your fluency is more important than your perfection. And yeah, don't get embarrassed on every single mistakes you make, because if you are thinking that currently you are just a beginner in English, that's why you are making mistakes. But no, after becoming fluent in English, you still have chances to make mistakes. So making mistakes is a part of journey. It's completely okay. You don't need to feel bad after making every single mistakes. And yeah, don't think that you are going to start speaking after learning everything. Because if you are thinking that I'm going to speak after a month later when I would be learn everything, then that day is never going to come. This day is right. You have to start speaking right now, no matter what. This is the most important part, which is prepare before engaging in a conversation. And by saying that, before you start talking about a topic or before you engage in a conversation, just prepare some key points. It will help you to feel confident and organized during the conversation. So let me give you an example what exactly you have to do. So let's take an example of my hobby. So if you have to talk about my hobby, so what you have to do, you can go to Google and search this topic and read about this topic. After that, you would have multiple ideas that what kind of vocabulary you should be using in this context. So it will really help you to feel confident, and it will also help you to reinforce all the vocabulary and making them stick in your mind during the conversation. I have followed this technique multiple times. I still do it. So whenever I feel that I don't have enough idea about this topic or I don't know anything about this topic, I go to Google, search about the topic, read the topic, and then it gives me some kind of insights that what kind of vocabulary I should be using or how I should be delivering my message regarding this topic. It is one of the most powerful tool for improvement, which is record yourself. You can record yourself and listen and watch to your recordings and identify areas and work on them. This is one of the incredible way to gain confidence. If you think that you need to use gestures such as your hand gesture or your face expression, if you want to do something like that, you can do it, because it will really help you to boost up your confidence. I have been speaking in front of camera for years. I have done it a lot. It is one of my best experience, I can say, because when I first started speaking in front of camera, I was literally pathetic in it. I still remember the first video of mine. I was not able to make eye contact at all. And I was thinking that what is this? It is just insane. But after a month or after a few months later, when I looked at myself, I had improved a lot. Still, I'm improving every single day. You can also use Mira Talk if you're not confident in front of camera. I have done that a lot. It is one of the excellent way to boost your confidence while speaking in English. So what you have to do is stand in front of camera and try to speak as if you are speaking to one of your friends or you are delivering your message in front of thousands of people. I have done that a lot. It may sound weird to you at first, and in the beginning it is really awkward to speak in front of camera, but don't worry. Gradually you will become habitual of it. And English is all about speaking. English is all about practicing as much as you can. If you really have to learn a language, you will have to first become comfortable in the language. So that's what we have to do. This is also one of the great technique you can follow, which is expanding your vocabulary. Because the more new words, the more vocabulary you have, the more assured you will feel. You can challenge yourself to learn new words each day, but if you think that you don't have enough time or you can't learn new words each day, then that's perfectly fine. Even 3 to 4 words per week would be enough. And yeah, make sure that you are not pressurizing yourself to learn multiple words every single day. So that's what you have to do. After a month later or after some time later, you will be completely amazed at how quickly your confidence has grown up as you include new words in your vocabulary. So here are some of the simple yet powerful techniques which will help you to boost your confidence and speak English confidently. You have to remember that English is not your mother tongue. So if it takes time, that's perfectly okay. You don't need to pressurize yourself to perform better every single day. Although you are going to perform better every single day, if you're practicing every single day, then you have to remember that English is all about practice. If you really want to learn this language, you will have to focus on speaking. You will have to focus on every single thing I have mentioned in this video. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and found this video helpful. And if you found this video helpful, then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.